Alright, boys, we back with another trade recap. Today, we...
Order filled.
Oh, what the
Order filled.
That was a complete accident. Holy shit. Holy shit, brother. Lock me out, dude. That was a little slip up. Ignore that, boys, but yeah, another trade recap. We made 1180, 1200 on the 50K combine, and yes, it's on the combine because yesterday we did something bad and we ended up blowing the express account, but I was psychologically already pretty doomed to fail, sort of say, with that account. I was in deep drawdown. I was on a unfortunate losing streak, and that caused my psychology to really take a hit in terms of belief in my model and strategy for a little bit. So I started back testing. I started looking at different things when in reality I realized after yesterday that all I need to do is just wait for my specific setup, and chances are I will win in the long run. But the times where I deviate and I stray away from what I know, those are the times where I lose trades the most. So, like, if I want to make money right now, I have to understand I have to just become the best trader I can be. But it's hard because in the real world, in real life right now, I'm kind of in a crunch to start getting payouts, which is a bad situation to be in because every day I log on to the charts, I'm looking to make money, and the market doesn't pay you every day. You know, the market doesn't have unlimited, infinite opportunity. It only presents. It depends, but I have to wait for the market to present the opportunity to me, and I can't force the opportunity upon the market. So if the market's not showing me what I want to see in terms of the way I look at the charts, in terms of liquidity and fair value gaps, then what can I do, you know? But yeah, I'll go over yesterday's trade that ended up blowing me, but it was a bad trade. Like, I don't even want you guys to see it, but today we had a very good trade. Alexa off. But let's go over today's trade, right? So as we see, I log on today's morning. This is my obvious draw. This low right here, 19,215, 216, and we ended up taking that at market open, I believe. Yep, that 935 candle, we take it, and we close below that low with displacement. You see, we have a body closure with a fair value gap, bearish fair value gap. I know you guys are gonna be saying, like, oh, once we sweep the key low, there's a high chance for reversal. Yes, that is true, but if you look on the higher time frame, where do you think price is going, dude? We have all this imbalance down here. 1 hour, two big fair value gaps. Look at the 4 hour, two big fair value gaps. I understand that we are bullish on the overall 4 hour and probably daily, but judging by this 1 hour huge move this morning at 8 and 9 o'clock, it's safe to assume that we're going to continue this downtrend to fill some of this imbalance, at least some of it. So once I saw price break below this low with a body closure on the 5 and 15 minute, 5 minute forms a fair value gap, I see price, we just tech equilibrium, but that's not enough of a retrace in my opinion for this big move. I think we're going to go and fill definitely majority of this fair value gap today. Or not, you know, if price breaks structure to the upside, then yeah, we can continue back to the upside and target these highs up here and this overall 4 hour high up over here. Boom, this one. So yeah, if we're bullish, we're gonna go out for these highs up here, that high, and then these highs. But right now it does look like we're bearish, so I'm gonna target imbalance. I'm gonna target these imbalances, and I would have held my position a little longer, but since it's a combine, I need my best winning day to be less than 1,500. So around 1,200, it was pretty even with this internal low. So I targeted that and got full take profit. But let's go over this trade. So again, 5 minute makes it bearish for value gap. I wait for the 1 minute to retrace in. We get a tap in, and then we get a, what do we get? We get a 1 minute inverse for value gap right here. I enter on that body closure, target the low, stop loss at these body highs. There you go, a little 1 to 1.2, and that's enough for me. A little 40-point move caught by freaking 9:56. I was able to secure my trade and log off. But yeah, news was at 10, so I was kind of praying this trade played out before 10, because who knows what happens as soon as news hits. But yeah, that was today's trade. Now let's go into the degeneracy of yesterday. We sweep here, boom, 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 boom. I remember I take shorts. It took shorts, not realizing that we were in a higher time frame PD array. So that's what my trade was yesterday. Right here. So boom. Again, this is a bad trade. Why is this a bad trade? Because number one, on the hourly, we are bullish. And another mistake I made on this trade was the fact that we didn't even get a real entry. I went onto the 32nd and took the stupidest freaking break of structure you could have ever imagined. But yeah, I risked the remaining balance on this trade, so that's how it goes. You lose. Sometimes you lose money, man. What are you gonna do about it? We're in the game of speculation, my friends. You're gonna lose some money trying to do this shit. Okay, so we see the 1 minute tap into this 5 minute for value gap, and then what did I do? I took some stupid like 30-second break of structure, which is like right here, and I was targeting these lows, of course, and we immediately got stopped out. And then I realized that the move actually was bullish, and we were targeting these highs up here, right? So what did I do? I risked like the remaining 100 or something, whatever dollars, and I took this just random, where was this? Right here. This random freaking bullish inverse of this bearish gap, and we got played. I see the chart. Oh no, that's a different account. You guys can't even see the executions. But yeah, that's what happened yesterday. Embarrassed about it, because if you look on the 15 minute and the hourly, like, yeah, it seems like this could be a strong area for price to react off of, but we didn't get any 1 minute entry, dude. And we're literally shorting into a discount. Not only a discount though, we're not only shorting into a discount, we're also in a bullish for value gap. Why would I be taking shorts here? Even if the 5 minute chart looks good, I want to be aware of where we are higher time frame, and this 1 hour for value gap right here is definitely not the most ideal place to be shorting within, you know? If we already inversed this for value gap and then made a move like down to here, then I'd be more confident in shorts down to these levels. You know what I mean? But we didn't get that confirmation. We simply didn't. And we swept these internal high lows to then take out that overall draw, which was 19,629 yesterday. That was my next draw. But today you can see executions for this trade. Boom, boom, boom. And I did a little accident one right there. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I start another combine and look to get involved in another play here because I do now think we actually are going to flip bullish, just because, like I said, we just took out these pretty significant lows, tapping into these gaps down here, and we seem to be getting a very strong reaction out of them. So if we see any 5-minute bullish gaps we could trade out of, I would be interested in that, but I'm most likely not going to do that. I'm most likely just going to sit on my hands for the rest of the day, take my win, enjoy it. I haven't won in a minute, a real win where I hold full, take profit, but it feels good. I feel like, I don't know, on the combine I'm just way less stressful, and I'm not forcing it, because I know no matter what, the money I make isn't real. You know what I mean? This is just a challenge. But when you have the real funded account, you start getting different kinds of emotions. And for me, it wasn't really fear. I wasn't really scared to take setups. My problem with the Express was greed, and I was very, very eager to just rush the process and get a payout as quick as possible. And I was just when you do that, in the end, you actually do the reverse. You prolong the process, because the more trades you force and the more trades you lose, the deeper drawdown you're in, the longer it's going to take to climb out of that. So for this next funded account that I get, which probably will be in the next 2 weeks, I'm not really too concerned about getting another Express. That's not going to take too long, but I need to get ready and prepare myself for the emotions that come with trading that sort of account. I realized that risking 500 is just not ideal for the first one, because there's too much at stake. I'd rather get my 5 winning days of $200 and then just withdraw 500, because then it's a pretty safe bet on getting that payout, but that process might take a lot longer as well. But yeah, nothing really too much to yap about. It's Wednesday over here, Columbus. Beautiful weather lately. This is my last 2 weeks of living in a college house with friends, so I'm trying to make the most out of the time I have in this sort of life experience, because life in the future from here on out is not going to be nearly as adventurous, fun, exciting. It's more going to be grind, lockdown, time to actually get your bread up, and support your family, build a family. And that stuff is failing, obviously, way more than this kind of lifestyle, but it's just a different kind of lifestyle, and you have to make the most out of whatever situation you're in. And currently I'm young guy in college, so yeah, I just want to have the most fun I can while I can, you know what I mean? But yeah, just yapping now. So I failed the Express. I have this combine. My plan is to pass this combine and then risk 200 on each trade on the Express, so I finally get my first payout. Then with that payout, I'm gonna buy a set of combines and then just rinse and repeat, because I really don't care about holding one Express, for a significant amount of time. I'm just trying to get these payouts, because I found some people on YouTube and they seem to have figured out the prop firm game, and it's a game of risk to reward. It's a game of risk to reward. Sorry, I know a lot of you guys just got PTSD from that alarm clock. The whole high school days, waking up 6 a.m. or whatever. But these prop firms, the game is failing and just risking heavy, because you have to think about it. you could be, if you're risking 1% as if it was like a live account, you could sit here and trade this combine for a couple months and not make a single dollar from it. What is the point of that, dude? What is the point of that? You know what I mean? Like, what is the point of trading this this combine, for several months and not getting paid from it at all? That is what they try to get you to do, to risk small, whatever, and you end up like chipping away over time, building your profit, and then one bad psychological day, you blow the whole account. Because you lose one trade, and you're so sick and impatient that you just go on tilt and full port or do whatever you do. You abandon your bull set. But when you're risking 1,000, half your drawdown on one trade, you don't care if you lose, because you can win the account the next day. You can literally pass a combine in 1 week easily if you risk enough. And if your system tells you that you're able to risk enough and that you won't lose majority of your trades, if your win rate is good enough, you can afford to risk that much, because just think about it, you're winning way more trades, so why not risk more on the trades that you're potentially going to be winning? And obviously that comes with bigger losses as well, but like I said, the big wins offset the big losses, and we're just trying to get to that express stage as quick as possible so we can actually get paid, because who knows how long these prop firms are even going to be around. So this whole goal with the prop firm is just to help me fund a personal, like, live account that I can fund with real money and deposit, whenever, and not have to worry about it on a regulated broker and everything. And then one day maybe show a firm my what's it called, my track record. But yeah, for now, I'm just gonna try to rinse these prop firms as much as I can, and use this experience with prop firms as an educational endeavor as well, because the prop firms have these rules for a reason. It's to make you lose, and also they do have some rules, and the purpose of some of these rules are to make you a better trader, like a max loss limit. Like, you shouldn't be, like, obviously in a personal account you're gonna enter some big drawdown, but investors don't want to be seeing you have like 10% plus drawdowns. Like if you're swing trading and you're swinging a big line, maybe that's okay. But if you're day trading in and out and you're down 10%, 20% in your account, that's not good. That is not good. People are not going to be happy about that. Because if you're a profitable day trader and you're only risking a small amount, how can you end up being negative 10%? You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole mindset behind this. So yeah, excited for the future. Things are looking up. Things are good. Very happy with this trade today. It's very good for the psychology. Even though I probably shouldn't have traded due to news coming out at what? At 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. But I just really, really love this setup. This is the model I've tested a good amount. I have a clear draw, clear displacement towards one direction. I wait for a retrace, and then I wait for some confirmation entry on the 1 minute, and this inverse works well. I like break of structures too, but sometimes those are too far away. Like this, for this instance, if I did wait for that break of structure, I would have already had my target, hit. So inverse works well. If not, then a change of state delivery or a break of structure. But happy with this trade though, very happy. 1 to 1, 1 to 1.2 actually. Very decent. Well, I'm gonna stop yapping, stop wasting your time, but yeah, boys, pretty good day so far. Let's see if we can have a beautiful rest of the day. It's only 10:30. I've been pretty productive today already. Woke up, cleaned up my room a bit, have some laundry in. took out the garbage. So yeah, we doing things. You know, we ain't laying around, bro. Just cause school's over, no job, unemployed, doesn't mean we're gonna be losers, bro. Come on, we're chasing shit that's bigger than what everyone else is chasing. Personally, it's easy to get an internship and get a job and get that secured payout, or not payout, but your paycheck. But I'm lucky enough to be in a situation where I can risk that security because I am so young. You know, people act as if they don't get a job the next year, they're ruined. Their whole lives are never gonna work out like they intend on them. Like, dude, you're fucking 60K at your job, bro. We'll be there the year after, dude. Like, relax. Slay some dragons, bro. Close your eyes and dream a little bit, you know? There's a lot of things you can do in this life, bro. I don't know why people settle to do such boring, mundane things as if they were forced to. This is not communist fucking Russia, but... Alright, now I'm just yapping. Straight up yapping. Big time now. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. See you guys tomorrow. Let's check if there's any news tomorrow. Unemployment claims 8:30, 10 a.m. Another PMI news, little news. But yeah, that'll do it. See you guys tomorrow. Deuces.